going to go ahead and get started. I'm Kia, by the way. Thank you so much for being on my channel. So this is going to be a class focused on flowing and finding space in your outer hips. We'll do some wrist work that I've been practicing on my mat, so pretty excited to show you the things and the transitions that I've been playing with. Go ahead and come into a tall meditation seat whenever you're ready. And by the way, always bring 2 blocks. Blocks are great, so just in case we use them. So go ahead and come to your tall meditation seat. You can sit on your 2 blocks if you want. You can sit cross-legged, anything that works for you. So bring your palms by your quadriceps and find an upright position. So notice the breath and just, for a few moments, notice how you're feeling. Not in a shallow way, but you can choose a word and say, listen, I'm all over the place, and that's okay. Or I'm feeling pretty energized. I'm feeling pretty grounded, steady, solid in my headspace. But yeah, just got cleared. Notice the depth of your breath. Take 1 in breath. Open mouth, empty. Okay, come into tabletop. Open your eyes and come into tabletop. Palms and knees on the floor, and a few rounds of cat-cows. Drop belly, look forward with in breath. Round and push floor away with out breath. Keep switching. Forward, look all the way up. Extend the spine, and then round, push floor away. Look in. Bring your spine back to neutral. Flip your fingertips onto the knees and lean slightly back. Tuck the toes to create some space in front of the wrists. So your wrists, they might lift up, and that's totally fine. Just create some nice space in front of the wrists. My body has been really craving this, especially when I come into down dog. Just, for range of motion and range of strength. So this is super, super helpful. Round the heels of your hands down onto the floor. Flip your fingertips. Drive your hips back. Sit onto the top of your feet and just release your wrists for a few moments. All right. Palms down. Tuck toes. Drive your hips up and back. Come into down dog. And here, notice how your hips are feel like taking a narrow down dog today. So I'm going to press my heels down onto floor, palms down onto floor, and I'm going to go for stillness. But you can choose to come into more of spaceful down dog, let's say, or bend one knee, bend the other, and just play with distance, the placement of your hands and your feet. So if you're not there yet, come back into that narrow down dog, or come to a narrow down dog. Press your left hand onto the floor to bring your right hand to outside of your left ankle. Bend the knees, drive your chest towards your thigh bones, and turn towards your left side. Feel for some stretch in your back, side body. And then switch. Right hand down, left hand will grab the right ankle. Bend the knees. Create space between shoulder and ear. Drive your tailbone up to ceiling. Release your left hand. Walk your hands all the way back. Turn the toes out. Bend the knees, come all the way down into your Malasana. Press your elbows onto the inside of the knees and switch from one side to the other, noticing how you're feeling, creating space in the hips, shifting, breathing. Drive your hips up, drop them all the way down. So maybe your hands are all the way forward and you just use your hips, or maybe you need to put your fingertips down, totally fine either way. Just move, breathe into hips, and creating space and range of motion. Come back to center, point your toes all the way forward. Press your feet down into the floor, turn your middle toes all the way forward. Ground every corner of your feet into the floor. Bend the knees halfway. Glue your abdomen into your legs. So really connect your belly to your thighs. And then from here, keep that connection. So you're very heavy onto feet, very active onto core, hamstrings, glutes. Walk your fingertips forward. Think down dog with upper body. And Tadasana with your feet. So press down, glue your belly onto the thigh bones. Keep that connection, walk fingertips forward and breathe. See if you can extend the legs, but keep belly connected to quadriceps. Walk your fingertips to the right. Drive your tailbone towards the wall that is behind you. Keep your left hand down. Bring your right hand to the front of your right hip. Drive your thumb onto your hip flexor and feel for some more activation on your right hamstring. So drive your tailbone back, your right hip back. Press your left hand onto the floor. This is going to activate your right hamstring. Reverse your actions, right arm down, walk hands back to center, glue abdomen onto your thigh bones, walk hands to your left. Keep your right hand down, bring your left palm to the front of your left hip, drive your left hip back, extend the knees a teeny bit more, feel for space in your hamstrings. So a lot of activation right here. Okay, back to center. Walk your hands all the way forward. Down dog. Right leg up. Drive your right knee to your nose. Big step forward with your right foot. Left knee down, arms all the way up. Interlace your thumbs. Drive your palms up and back. Now opening front of your left hip and breathing. Release your thumbs. Left hand down, right arm up, simple twist. Peel your chest open, left knee up. Look up. You can choose to close your right eye and look up with your left. Drag your right arm behind the left wrist. Turn your 10 toes to the white edge of your mat, side facing wide-legged fold. Face the back of your mat. Active lizard. Add a few pulses up and down or back and forward just to get on your hips and legs more. From here, there's going to be a transition that we're going to be using all the way throughout class today. So step your right foot behind the left ankle, sit all the way down and twist to your left. So right elbow will come outside of your knee. Stay upright, round your hip bones onto the floor, and just look over your left shoulder. And then we'll reverse our actions. Face the back of your mat, put your hands down, press them onto the floor, step your right leg back, add the pulses. Walk your hands to the right, side facing wide-legged fold. If you want to take your fingertips forward, walk your hands forward, warrior on the right side. Reach your arms all the way up. Steady and strong on the feet. Reach your arms up. Find breath. In breath here. Bring your hands to floor. Kick right leg back, three-legged plank. Right knee to your right tricep, tap, kick. Right knee to your right tricep, kick. Right knee to your right tricep. Next time as you kick, bend the elbows, chaturanga, upward facing, in breath. Peel the chest forward. Press your palms down. Downward facing. Your hips back. Let the exhale support you here. Your left leg up. Your knee to your nose. Step. Lower knee. Arms up. Anjaneyasana. Interlace your thumbs. Peel the front of your left hip open. You might notice that there is kind of like my body sometimes sinks into one hip more than the other. So find what's center for you, what's aligned for your body. Press down, lift up, and back. Not only in your hips, but abdomen, torso, armpits, triceps, up and back. Simple twist. Right arm down, press, lift, twist. Left arm will come to the back of your right wrist. Pivot your toes to the white edge of your mat, side facing, into an active lizard. You move your feet as your body needs, so pulses up and back. Transition here with intention and activation. Left knee will come to the back of your ankle. Sit all the way down. Turn your chest to the right. Put your right hand behind you. Twist. So feel rotation happening from thoracic, not from lumbar. More strong foundation lumbar. And the twist happening from chest and cervical. Reverse your actions. So keep your feet just right foot forward, hands inside of your right foot, step back at the pulses, walk hands to the white edge of your mat, and then all the way forward, warrior, facing the now front of your mat. Reach your arms all the way up. Deep inhale, noticing steady foundation, and also noticing how a steady practice makes you feel right away. Breathe in, hands to floor, knee to tricep, extend, knee to tricep, extend, knee to tricep. Next time you kick, bend the elbows, chaturanga, upward facing, in breath. Downward facing, out breath. We'll add some tricep activation for one of our peak poses today, which is going to be your pincha. Drop your elbows. See if you can do both at the same time. Lift them up, push the floor away. 4 more. Drop the elbows, keep them in, tap, and extend. It's really activating your triceps. Drop elbows, lift. You have 2 more. Drop elbows, lift. 1 more, drop them, lift. Shift all the way forward into your plank. If you need to drop the knees, drop the knees. Turn your feet to the right. Let your feet staggered. Left arm straight up, side plank. Use the right side body to lift up. So your glutes, use your glutes to lift up. Usually we think on the side that is just facing the ceiling, which is okay, but also think of lifting from your right palm, your right side body, reach up. We'll come back to your high plank. Notice the right side body, and then turn your heels to the left. Side plank, other side. Right arm straight up. Move into a forearm plank. So as slowly as you can, bring your hands to your high plank. Lower your left elbow, lower the right elbow. Feet will come to touch. And just keep your toes on the floor. Just rock your hips slightly to the right, slightly to the left. Forward oblique activation. So you're dipping your hip to one side and the other, really engaging obliques and your QLs. We'll take 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Press your right hand into the floor, left hand into the floor, downward facing. All right, let's set up for our flow. Right leg straight up, right knee to your nose, big step forward, high crescent, right arm straight up. With your in-breath, interlace your thumbs, reach up and back. Peel your chest open, peel your hips open. Drive your right knee forward. Let your left knee come all the way down, almost to hover. Let it hover, let it hover. Push the floor away. Extend your legs, reach up. Rebend front knee. Bring your left hand to the floor. Left fingertips down. Right arm up, simple twist. Side facing wide-legged fold. Walk your hands to the now back of your mat. Add pulses if you want the pulses. Now this one, we're gonna do it with more strength. Bring your right knee to the back of your left leg. We're gonna call this a skater. Extend your right leg all the way to your left. And then draw half of a circle towards the right side as you extend the left leg. Like really see my right foot. I'm hovering my right foot as I draw a circle and move all the way to your left. So bend the left knee. Think of the circle. Keep both of your legs active. If you need to tap your right foot down, that's okay. The next time you move all the way to the left, bend the knees, maybe no hands here. Sit all the way down, so some mobility work there. Twist to left. Right elbow to left knee. Twist your left. Reverse your actions. Keep your left toes facing forward, hands inside of your foot. Step right leg back. Side facing wide-legged. All the way forward into warrior. Reach your arms up. Breathe in. Hands to floor. Chaturanga. Upward facing. In breath. Downward facing. Out. Left leg up. Big step forward. High crescent, reach your arms up. Press your left foot into floor. Find your drishti. Drive your left knee forward. So really load the front leg. Let your right knee come down to hover. Slowly push the floor away. Lift up into a wide-legged pyramid. Rebend halfway. Find that steadiness coming from your legs. In breath here. Into simple twist. Right arm down. I'm doing right fingertips down. Twist. Side facing wide-legged fold. Walk hands back. Active. Lizard. Facing the back of your mat. Then we'll come into that cursey skater circle situation. So left knee behind the right leg. Extend the left leg all the way to your right. Flex your left toes. Extend the right leg as you drive your left foot towards the left back corner that it's now the front corner of your mat. So draw the circle, drive your foot to your left, bend the right knee, extend. You'll feel the right leg right away, but try not to overthink this. And then one more. The next time you're all the way to the right, see if you can sit all the way down, no hands here, and then turn your chest to the right. Rotation in your thoracic. And then reverse. Lizard, side facing wide-legged fold, warrior, face the now, front of your mat, arms all the way up. Breathe in, breathe out, chaturanga. Upward facing, breathe in. Downward facing, breathe out. In, empty your lungs all the way. Right, similar flow, right leg up, right knee to your nose, step high crescent, reach, steady from feet, side body, fingertips. Drive your knees forward, let your left knee hover, think slow. Push all the way from right heel, extend right leg, rebend right knee, open arm twist to the right side. So creating a steady progression right here. Turn chest to the right. Bring 80% of your weight forward. Take your left hand to the floor. Simple twist. Now press your left palm into the floor. Bring your right elbow inside of your right foot. So we're greatest stretch here. See if you can tap the inside of your foot. Reopen. Elbow to inside of your foot or halfway there. Reopen. Last time. Side facing wide-legged fold. Your right leg will be on fire. Active lizard. 3 of those skaters. Shift your weight into your left foot. Bring your right knee behind the left leg. Extend right leg to left. Flex right foot. Draw the circle towards the right. Take your time. You can extend your hands all the way forward to create balance. Just do your best to bring quality into your movement and strength. The next time your right knee is behind the left leg, just come all the way down to floor. Sit down, twist. Bring flow into the equation. Reverse your action. Step right foot back. Side facing fold. Warrior, face the front of your mat. Arms up. We'll take this Ashtanga variation here. Bring your hands to prayer. Twist to the right. If keeping your left heel on the floor is too much, just either walk your left foot slightly forward or lift your left heel up. I'm going to try to keep my left heel down. Press the outer edge of my left foot into the floor. Drive tailbone back as you twist. Not from lower back, but from your chest. Bring your hands to the floor. Right leg up. Bend your knee open. Flip into a wild thing. Peel the right side body open. Your chest. Inhale here. Forearm side plank on the right. So slowly, you don't have to rush. Bring right hand to the floor. Right forearm to the floor. Peel your chest towards the wide edge of your mat. Forearm side plank. Press palm into the floor and reach up. Activating from your obliques, your QL, even your glutes. Lift up. We'll come into high plank and then Vinyasa V1. It's a left hand down, right hand down. Bend the elbows, low plank, upward facing. Really feel the pose. Downward facing. Your hips all the way back. Pause. Notice the space between what you're feeling in the pose and then how you respond to the pose. Can you trust it? Can you find a way to modify? Can you find the space for you, for your body to honor what serves you? All right, left leg up, step into your high crescent. Arms up. Interlace your thumbs. Drive your knees all the way forward. Take your time. Let your right knee hover. Feel for space in front of your right hip. Push the floor away. Funky wide-legged pyramid just for a moment. Rebend, reground. Open arm twist to the left. Align your hips. So maybe you drop your left hip a few inches down. Load your front foot more. Bring your right hand to the floor. Simple twist. Side facing, wide-legged. Walk your hands back into your active lizard. Bring your left knee behind the right. Extend the left leg all the way. Come up, draw the circle. Skater circle situation. Drive your right leg out. If you need to tap the toes, remember you can totally do that. That's fine. And then the next time you're all the way down, release your hips, extend your arms forward, sit down, twist, reverse, lizard, step the left leg back, walk your hands, face front of your mat, sit up for your warrior. We'll take that Ashtanga variation for your twist. So see if you need to walk your back foot slightly in, out. Just notice what serves you, what serves your lumbar especially. Stability into the core, and then take it into your twist. If you need to lift the right heel up, go for it. Totally fine. And then we are gonna flip. Hands down, left leg up, flip into your wild thing. Peel your side body open, press your right palm into the floor. Forearm side plank on the left. Slow transition, elbow down, palm down, right arm up, reach up. So lift from your left side body. Imagine there's a fire here and you're kind of like pulling up to lift up. And then back to your high plank, right hand down, toes back to center, push, bend elbows, chaturanga, upward facing, breathe in, downward facing, empty the breath. one more time. Just one more time. We're going to be adding a few poses here though. Right leg up, step forward, high crescent, reach up. If you want to, hands by your hips, reach all the way forward. This time, release your left knee down. Tap the top of your left foot onto the floor. You want to use your 2 blocks for the next variation. Powered high lunge. So option A, we stay right here. Weight is forward and you're not overarching. So if this feels enough, if this is a good challenge for you, just stay right here. Now, if you can, if you feel steady and active in your front leg, good in your lower back, active in your core, join me here. Extend all the way up as you breathe. From your right heel, lift up a few more inches. As slowly as you can, bring your left knee back to floor. Grab a block, place it in front of your left knee. Bend the left knee. Catch the top of your left foot and add a twist to the right. Try to keep the right toes facing forward. So normally we pivot your right toes, the right toes out just to create more space in the hips. That's totally fine, but say I want us to keep the hips facing forward if that feels okay. But of course you can modify if you need to. I'm trying to keep my right toes facing forward to create more of a bigger sensation on your left hip flexor, let's say. Okay, side facing wide-legged fold. Release your right hand. Turn your toes to the wide of your mat. Bring the block with you. Face the back of your mat. Active lizard. Right knee behind the left. Extend the right leg all the way to the left. Draw the circle. Move your foot to the right. And then go all the way to the left, all the way to the right. We're gonna change it up right here. Move all the way to the left. Bring your right hand to the floor and find a modified, funky side plank facing the back of your mat. Flex your right toes into the floor. Push the floor away, lift up. From here, take a big step behind you with your left foot. So step over the right leg, extend the left leg behind you. Pivot your 10 toes up to ceiling. Release your hips to the floor. Reach your left arm behind you. And we're gonna take a high plank facing the wide edge of your mat. So I'm gonna be facing the camera. So reach your right arm over you. Turn the toes to the floor. Now your legs are crossing. Maybe your right toes will be hovering. So we're just gonna hang here for a few moments. Push the floor away. If you wanna take a push-up with me, you can join me now. Bend the elbows, come all the way down, push the floor away, lift up. Now, reverse your action. So keep your legs as they are. Turn your heels to your right. Take your right arm up to the ceiling. Let your chest face the ceiling. Sit all the way down. Right arm will be behind the right hip. And then from here, we'll come into that funky side plank. So press your right hand down. Turn the toes to the now back of your mat. Press the outer edge of your right foot into the floor, the inner edge of your left foot into the floor. Step your left leg all the way to the back of your mat. Come into that funky side plank. Grab the block. Half moon pose facing the back of your mat, which is now the front of your mat. Lift the right leg up. Lift your right arm up. In breath. Out breath. If you want to take Chopasana here, bend the knees, both. You can bend the left, you can bend the right. Find some leverage. So low the left leg to create your stability. Feel your chest open. Then you'll reverse. Bring your right knee behind the left leg as we did earlier. Back into your side-facing wide-legged fold. Back into the front of your mat, the authentic front of your mat, the real front of your mat. Pyramid pose. Get a block. If you want it, put it under the right toes for more space in your hamstring. So this, believe it or no, it's really going to help your pincha. So flex the toes up, or if this is too intense on your right hamstring, it's okay. Just keep your right toes down. Drive your right hip back. Elongate your back. Activate the cord. Pull the pit of your belly in. If you want, you can extend your right arm all the way forward. Imagine that you're grabbing a doorknob to create more elongation. And then after, three-legged. So release the blocks. Right leg lifts up and back. And slowly bring your palms to the floor, and you're in your dolphin. So press your palm into the floor, your palms down, your elbows down. Align your wrists with your elbows, with your shoulders, and take a few hops all the way forward, driving your right heel up to the ceiling and the left leg behind you, and that's your pincha. If this is too intense, just keep your left foot down and extend your right leg straight up. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the left leg, release the right. Downward facing. How do you go? Take an exhale. We'll take a sun A just to rinse it out. Feet to the front of your mat. Halfway breathe in. Bow forward out. Reach up in. Bow forward out. Halfway up, breathe in. High plank to low plank. Out. Up dog, in breath. Down dog. Out breath. In. Out. Integrate, feel, notice. Maybe compare right side to left side. No, not out of judgment, but more out of, noticing, being mindful, being cleared. All right, left leg up. Drive your left knee to your nose. Arms all the way up into your high crescent. Go ahead and drive your knees all the way forward. This time, let your right knee touch the floor. Again, get your 2 blocks if you want your 2 blocks. If you can, come into your turbo power crescent lunge. I don't really know the name of that pose, but be mindful of the alignment between your ankle and the knee. So try not to bring your foot in or anything like that. Keep your toes pointing back. Drive your right knee up. Stay here or lift all the way up. So alignment in your feet to create alignment in the hips and intention in the cord. Push the floor away. As slowly as you can, drive your right knee all the way down to the floor. You can get a block, place it in front of the right knee. So think of alignment. Keep the left toes facing forward. Drive your right foot in. Catch the top of your foot and twist. See my left toes I'm trying to keep the toes in alignment with the knee, which is just a variation that we're taking today, so we can create more sensation in your left hip flexor. But again, if you need to turn the toes and you want to go for it, go for it. Side facing fold. So release, fold all the way, bring your block with you. Come all the way to the back of your mat. Come into that circle skater situation. Left knee behind the right leg, extend the leg, and then just move your foot all the way out to the left. And then go back all the way to your left. And then go back into the right. Just really activating your quadriceps, your hamstrings, your glutes. The next time your foot is all the way out to the right, you bring your left hand to the floor and come into that funky side plank. So flex your left toes into the body, press your right TV toes onto the mat. From here, take a big step back with the right leg. So press the outer edge of your left foot into the floor, step over the left leg, turn the toes to the back of your mat that is now the front of your mat. Turn the toes up to the ceiling, flip your hips up to the ceiling, reach your right arm to the outside of the right hip, sit all the way down. Then from here, we're gonna come into that cross-legged plank facing the wide edge of your mat. So press your right hand down, turn the toes to the now front of your mat, so towards my TV, and then just turn the hips to the floor. Maybe your legs will cross, your ankles will cross, and your left toes will hover. If you want to take a push-up with me, go for it. Bend the elbows, push up, and then lift up. We'll reverse our actions. So pivot the heels towards the back of your mat, and then the toes up to the ceiling, the hips up to the ceiling. Sit all the way down. Reach your left arm over you and to the outside of your left hip. Turn the toes to the now front of your mat, which is the back of your mat. Outer edge of your left foot into the floor, inner edge of your right foot into the floor. Walk your right leg over the left. So step over something, face the toes towards the back of your mat and come into your half moon pose. Left leg lifts. Flex your toes, push the floor away. We'll reverse that. Take Shavasana. So if you want to bend your left knee, even bend the right. I'm using my block because that feels steady in my body. We'll reverse our actions. Take your left knee behind the right leg. Step back, side facing wide-legged. Step forward. Pyramid. I'm going to put a block underneath my left foot. Drive your tailbone back. Push the floor away. You can extend your left arm all the way forward. Imagine that you're grabbing a doorknob. Out or in, I just feel that really activates my left side body, and I can feel the entire myofascial chain, which is just like really in my body here. Good stretch. Then go ahead and release. Three-legged dog. Hands down, left leg up and back. If you want to come into Pincha, stretch your fingertips open, bring your thumbs to touch, release the elbows, and then maybe you hop. So I'm going to demo this option here. You can just do right toes down and lift up and just take those baby hops. That's totally fine. Whenever you feel complete, release your knees down to the floor, come down to your knees. Sit back, catch the breath, interlace your hands behind your lower back, drive your fists all the way back, peel your chest open. And then we'll come into camel. For this one, I'm gonna place my blocks on the mat. Put your knees on your blocks, tuck the toes. This will free some space from your lower back and support the knees if your knees are super sensitive, and reach back into your camel. Push the floor away and breathe. Really rebound. Slowly start to come up. Tuck the toes, keep the toes tucked. Sit all the way back and just be here for a few moments. All right, come all the way down to your back. We'll do some cord to reintegrate it. So press your lower back onto the floor, feet up, something gentle here. Just reach your arms forward and take some traditional crunches, really focusing on abdomen, not on your neck. We'll take 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Press your palms onto the knees. Drive your knees in and push your knees away. So at the same time, you're creating some compression, but not really, probably soft compression here. So push and release, push and resist for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press your feet down. Come into wheel or bridge. So palms by your shoulders. Lift up. Let it feel good. So feel for space in triceps, armpits, chest. Lift up. Even front of the hips. And maybe in your mind, hopefully in your heart. Hopefully you're feeling pretty steady in your feet and your hands and your practice and your mind. And if not, that's also okay. You can always modify. Let your hips rest on a block. Slowly come all the way down to the floor. Keep your feet open. Drop knees to the right side. Recline half pigeon. Right leg over the left. Interlace your hands in front of knee. See if you can drive knees in with every exhale. Round the back of your head onto your mat. And find your edge in the pose. So soften the toes. Maybe with the exhale, you bring your knees in closer. That feels good. Just noticing what's here, noticing what feels different. If there's space, or if you still feel, tired and Just holding space for you. There's no destination, but it's good to notice what's here. If something came up for you, or again, a new invitation to release, let go, to bring in compassion and acceptance to what's in your mind and your heart. We're just trying our best. Release your left foot, release the right foot. Place your feet on the edges of your mat. Drop knees to left into that deer supine twist situation. So a lot of space in your right hip here. Inner rotation of your right leg. Back to center, recline half pigeon, left over right. Okay, and cross your legs, feet together, knees apart. Baddha Konasana. Arms behind you. Grab opposite elbows. Maybe long exhalation here. And then we'll make our way into our final rest. You're welcome to stay right here. You can also create a ramp or bridge with your 2 blocks if you want to open your chest more. I'm actually going to go for it. So I'm going to get my 2 blocks. If you're good, if you're cooked and you don't want to move, that's okay. So I'm going to do a T with my blocks. One for my shoulders. The other one to support my head. And then legs forward, fingertips will open, palms will face up. Release the shoulders and rest in your final Shavasana. So allowing for support in the shoulders to bring energy into your upper body meridians. Enhancing metal element and fire element, creating space to process emotions such as grief and also joy. Creating space for the spirit to come back to your heart. Creating space for the lungs to receive chi from the heavens as well. So let yourself be guided here in your Shavasana. If you have a few more minutes, please stay here for 3 to 5 more minutes. If you have to finish class with me, just bring your fingertips to touch and your palms to touch. Please honor your practice, honor your effort, your body, the time that you put in. This is the greatest gift, always. Thumbs to your third eye. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope to see you back on your mat and here on my channel pretty soon. So hopefully we'll practice again soon. Thank you. Namaste.